Hey, Paul Moon here again, and this is art brought to you by the Harlingen Public Library. And today we are actually checking out some Prisma colors. Prisma colors are very cool. You can get them at your local craft store, or really order them online anywhere you want. The thing that's special about these is they're very similar to crayon types. Now, what we're going to do is the exact same drawing that we did last week. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what you need to do in order to start and how you need to blend the colors. All right? So what we're doing now is make sure and get any extra lines out of there. So I like to do an outline with a black. Reason being is because the black plays a good part in the shading and the shadowing of this. We're going to do that right there, right here over the hair like that. Basically all you're doing, tracing over your drawing with the black Prisma color. That's it. Now by doing this, you can also kind of put a bit more definition into your character too. Okay, so what I like to start off with here is I always like to start off with the skin color. No matter what skin tone you're going with, you always start off with the lighter colors. Reason being is because you can always overlay the colors. So start with that peach, and I'm starting off where the black is right there, going in, and you'll notice that with the Prisma colors, what happens is that you get a really rich color, and it's very waxy, but that's very good for your blending. And in fact, if you go over that black, you'll notice that it kind of blends in there with it. Kind of brings out shadowing and everything else right there. Prisma colors are not like regular map colors. You can actually smear them. If you want to make sure you don't smear it and get it all over your paper, make sure you start at one end and then work your way around it. That way you don't smear it. And you're pressing down kind of hard on that. Reason being is because you want to add more color and less like it's looking like a pencil coloring. Now next what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of shading. With the shading, we use a bit of the dark brown. You want to kind of go color over color on this. The dark brown is going to add a little bit of darkness and shadowing. Right here, right there around the ear. Underneath, just like that. And then we're going to come down a little bit. Right there on the neck. Now the reason we're doing that is because when light hits you, it's hitting her like this. So where your shadow is going to lay. Your head is creating that shadow right underneath the neck and right here under the hair. We're going to do another shadow right here by the nose. Right there, underneath the nose because the light's coming down. Over by the lips, by the chin a little bit. And leading up, just like that. Maybe a little back here behind the neck. There we Alright, brush real fast. We're going to do a little bit underneath the eyes and right here. Notice your face, you always have this area right here by the eye. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of blush. This red is a darker red. Usually I prefer pink, but we don't have pink here. So I'm going to lightly do this with the red, just lightly. And a bit over the nose, lightly. And a little on the chin. Those are where your blush marks are going to be. You want to check, these Prisma colors break very easily. So you got to be careful when you're sharpening, you got to check and make sure that it's solid. And then you're coming back, going over where you put the red. Reason you're doing that, you are blending that red into the skin. Now if you come back over here and you go over with peach, where that black is in the ear, it creates the look like it's one solid piece. You're creating that shadow, you're actually bringing it all kind of together on that. All right, for hair, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work these two, brown, bit of red. Hair's a little bit different. Hair itself has its own anatomy. So what we're doing here, first, we're going with our lighter color, the lightest color you have on there, because you're gonna be blending. So I'm lifting my arm a bit over the face. Again, this is so that I don't smudge those Prisma colors because they're very easy to smudge. Now we're coming in with our secondary color, which is orange. Now remember, your colors, primary, secondary. Orange is a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow mixes color. Now this one, we're not coloring all the way with the orange. Reason being is because you don't want to cover all the yellow. So we're doing strands. Make it solid in certain areas. I think where the yellow comes out just a bit. There we go. Okay. Bring it back down and over. And over here, you have to remember that this hair is going over. So all next to it is going to be orange. So that light is hitting right here. So that's going to be a little yellow. But most of that is going to be orange. Except for where your light's hitting. Now remember, we're having the light hit like this. That's why you're having that little bit of yellow sticking out. Now because that's behind the ear right there, we're making that whole thing orange right there, just like that. Because not a lot of light is coming through. And the downside, same deal. On that other ponytail that you can see through there, not a lot of light coming through. So you're going to show more orange on that part. This portion right here, a little bit different because the hair is going over this portion right here. So you're going to start off with a lot more orange right here because it's being covered. Okay, after that we're going to get into the red. So red, bring over here to the shading behind the head where I'm starting off here. And this one, just kind of follow in with the orange. Right up top, starting off with that red. Near the black, if you're near black, that red's gonna go right on the outline of it. So right there, right on the black and the orange, where those two meet is where that red's going. Then when you bring it back up, you're gonna wanna go through those little slender areas, maybe just one little line of red right there, which is natural. If you actually look at your hair, you can see that. Like different little areas of hair that are different colored. Right here underneath, where the shadow meets the skin, also using the red. Okay, highlights of your brown. That's what we're working with now. Highlights of the brown are going to be all over. So you're kind of going near the darker areas, but you're also going towards the light areas also with this. Alright, now we're going back to our yellow. The reason we're going back to our yellow on our hair is to kind of blend it all together. Have to do that. After you're done with your colors, you bring in the yellow. Really, the lightest color that you have, in order to blend all those colors together. There we go. So what we're doing here, making sure that all those colors blend together. All right, we get those bands that are on her hair, make those blue. There we go. 2 blue bands. Now, make her eyes very dark green. And what we're going to do here, get that white. We're going to create highlight areas. Make those a little bit more pinkish. That's better. There we go. Light red. A little white. Perfect. We are done. That is exactly how you shade with Prisma colors. All right, now get started. Enjoy. So that's it for today. If you have any questions or anything whatsoever, feel free to go ahead and put them on the board. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.